Thank you so much, Denise and Missy. The next presenter has still a long and illustrious career at Drew. Too many words, it would take very much time, and I'm going to keep this evening short. Vince Masco.
Where's Joe? Joe? Okay. All I want to say is just look at that face. It's a face only a mother can love. All right, relax. When you coach baseball for 28 years, you get to know a lot of players, not only on the field, but families, good stories, write-ups, discussions. All these things happen, and you like to have good things happen. Well, Joe Henrikson is probably the best left-hand hitter and throws with the left hand in Drew's history, in my opinion. It's an honor today and a privilege to introduce Joe into this year's Hall of Fame. I spoke with Joe through email, really, so I really didn't speak with him, but we got an email. And what he said to me, he said he loves to rock climb. Now, if anybody knows about rock climbing, he actually goes up a steep rock, takes a rope with him so when he falls he doesn't die. And one of the stories we had tonight was he was about 40 feet up using a rope, and he said he got Elvis Presley legs, and he fell almost 40 feet to the ground, and he mentioned that if he did not lift his legs up, he probably would have broke both of them. So what I'm saying is Joe loves the challenge, not only what he's doing today, but what he did when he was playing at Drew University. In honesty, he is an excellent player. He plays with passion. He was an excellent teammate. And he hardly ever got in trouble in school. When we had an athletic director named Connie Zotos, students had to be on their toes. And if ever there was a write-up, there was a discussion. And I can honestly say that I've never had a discussion with Joe. But I did learn a story today. And I will not bring up what occurred. Every coach knows that recruiting is the lifeblood of a program. And you always want to get the best players you possibly can. Now, Joe was a very interesting story. When I called his high school coach, he told me he was a gifted player. But, I mean, what do you mean, but? He said, we do not export our athletes. We keep them in the state of Maine. And if anybody knows individuals from Maine, they stay there the majority of the time. The school that Joe was very, very interested in was College of St. Joe's. And his coach told me that majority of players from Maine and his high school, Cape Elizabeth, they go to St. Joe's College. They don't go elsewhere. Fortunately, Joe had a mother that was not going to allow him to go to St. Joe's. She wanted him to seek the best education he probably could. And the education, the place she wanted him to go, was Drew University. Now, some people say he wasn't recruited heavily because, hey, his mother wrote the application to come to Drew. He was all set on going to St. Joe's. And his mother wanted him to go there. And she felt that would be the best thing to do. So she decided that he was going to go there. And Joe listened to his mom, like most recruiters do, whether you're a daughter or a son. You go to the place usually your mom tells you to go to. Upon his arrival at Drew, he was a typical person that area does not hold conversations. When we walk through the hallways in a new facility, I'd say, "Hi, Joe." Just a nod, no hello back. But, living in the dorms, having some great friends, you come out of your shell, and sooner or later I'd walk down the hallway, I'd say, "Hi, Joe." He'd say, "Hi, Coach." He was growing up. As a player, he had great talent. He played with the passion. One of the balls that he hit one day landed on one hop to Simon Center. Fortunately, he was a left-hand hitter. That's why it went that way. We had a couple of right-handers that did some stuff too. Joe, you work hard. You are a player's coach and also a player's player. You challenge individuals to do better. For example, in 2004, we had a race going on. For those who know Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, one year they were going for the home run title, 60, 61, and Mantle went down, and Roger Maris ended up winning the title. Well, we had a race for hits one year. Kevin Dinkle had 52 hits. Gary Reed had 51 hits. And Joe, he only got 52 hits. He couldn't beat out his teammate. All right. In Joe's first ball game, I didn't start him. I used him as a pinch hitter. He struck out. Now, where's that gifted player that I was told I was getting? Well, in game 2 in Florida, he went 5 for 5, had 4 doubles, and 1 single. He was on his way to a great career. All right. Theodore Roosevelt once said, and also wrote a famous quote, and he wrote a letter to Henry Sprague, and most of you know what that quote would be: "Speak softly and carry a big stick, and you will do well." Most people don't understand the part, "you will do well," but it's there. And that was Joe. He was very soft-spoken. He wasn't one of your rah-rah guys in the dugout. He wasn't one of your rah-rah guys on the field. But he was a leader by example. And the players will attest to his actions on the field. Now, let's go to the career book. He's number 1 in all these categories: Hits, 201. Overall batting average, 392. RBIs, 146. Here we go. Doubles, 143. Triples, 17. Homers, 18. Total bases, 132. And slugging percentage of 647. So he was number one in every category, every offensive category except runs scored. And they all point to Tommy, who batted after him. All right, let's go to his honors. In 2003, he batted .382. He made the New Jersey All-State Rookie Team. He made All-Conference Second Team. Not bad for a freshman, especially All-State Rookie Team. 2004, he had a down year, batted .366. All-State Second Team, ECAC Second Team, All-Conference Second Team. 2005, he rebounded. He batted .393, All-Conference First Team, All-State First Team, ECAC First Team. 2006, batted .424, All-State First Team, ECAC First Team, Conference First Team, Conference Player of the Year, ABCA Regional Team. Now I always give one story when I do this. We're playing DeSales, at DeSales, and everybody's played baseball there. It's a real nice ballpark, but right field where Joe plays, there's a fence and there's a gigantic hill, and on top of that hill, all the students park their cars. And boy, did they get on Joe. And they'll get on anybody. If I go to the mound, they're all over me. So, after the game, Joe turns around and does something he shouldn't have done. He flips the bird. Now, I got to tell Dr. Zotis, we got a problem. She goes, I already know. Their AD called. You know, the kids came back to him and told him that Joe did this. So Connie goes, what did Joe do? Why did he do that? And I explained to him exactly what happened. And she liked Joe, and Joe was a quiet guy, never got in really any trouble. She really enjoyed watching him play. So she started laughing. She said, I would have done the same thing. Okay. Joe, it's a pleasure to be the presenter. I'd like to have you come up and say a few words.
The first thing I should probably say is, hi, Mom. I don't know where this camera is. Over here. She's watching at home, and I do owe her a lot for coming to Drew. So, Mom, hi, thank you. And on something Missy had said, born and raised in Maine, I also did not want to go to school in Maine, so I ended up at Drew. Coach, thank you very much. It's an honor for you to speak on my behalf. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be up here accepting this. 10 years is a long time, and the last month or so I've been looking back on my career, and it's been nice. Not something I've thought about a lot, but recently it's been really nice to reflect. I think the thing I take the most is my teammates, but now I call them friends. So I really appreciate you guys coming out. It means a lot to me, and some of the best friends I've had. I think that means a lot to me, and I really don't have much else to say. It's just thank you very much for this. Congratulations to everybody else. This is a great honor for me. I'm assuming it's a great honor for you. So thank you again.